let's talk about coming when called next. So when I call my dog to come, a few things we want to keep in mind are if I'm calling him to come, I want to try not to call him to something he might view as negative, like come to me and I put you in the bathtub, or come to me and I put you in the crate. Yes, at times we are going to need them to come and those things happen, but it might be easier to say like, let's go crate or inside, outside, instead of coming directly to you. I know y'all said you had a problem with him going through doorways sometimes, like he would just stand there. So you could practice in those situations, right? So maybe you stand on the outside of your door when he's in the yard, call him to come, reward him for coming, but then let him go back to playing in the yard, okay? A lot of times with dogs I have here, I'll open the door for them to go out, but they'll just stand there looking at me. So what I'll usually do is step through the door and say, okay, out. Most of the time they'll come out. They just want me to kind of take that first step outside with them. And that's totally okay. So you can practice calling him to come when you're in the backyard. Move around your yard as well and call him to come so he has to look for you and come find you. We like to play hide and seek in the house. And that's where you might go in another room or a laundry room or behind a couch or just anywhere, and you randomly call him so he has to kind of hunt you down. And you can do this by yourself, or you guys could call back and forth with each other. Another easy way to practice your recalls would be when you're out on a walk, stop and let him go out towards the end of the leash, say his name and come, and then back up. You can especially practice this if there was a jogger coming down the street or another dog, so that you're practicing when there's distractions. So he learns that even though there's a distraction, I'm gonna turn and run to mom and dad. What did you find? Drop it. Oh, he found a dog dapping, because these are the things in my house. You're going to call him to come that way. You could also get a 25-foot lead, just a long, loose lead, and take him out to a park or somewhere so that he can smell and get further away from you. But then again, practice calling him to come. So he's coming despite distractions. So, Neo, come. Yes, good boy. So another thing we can look at when we're calling our dog to come, right? He did come to me, but he was like, oh, all right. He's taking his time. So when my dog does come to me and it's at, maybe a slow pace, I can tell him, good boy, oh, that's great. But if I called him to come and he ran at me really fast and quickly, maybe I should pay up more. Maybe I'm gonna get a little more animated when I'm talking to him. Maybe I'm gonna play with a toy and just get more excited. So you can think when you're rewarding, you can also respond. If he gives you a really good response, you give back a really good response. Good. All right. So next one we're going to do is leave it. And leave it means don't touch it, don't pick it up. So leave it is before it is in their mouth. So if it's in his mouth, you can say drop it, do an exchange with him. But leave it means don't touch it, right? Don't touch it in the first place. So Neo, come. Good boy. Good boy. All right, so I'm going to use one of the big biscuits you guys brought. And I'm going to put it out and say leave it. Leave it. Oh, he likes that one. Yes, good boy. He likes that one. Oops, right there. Okay. Now. Leave it. Yes. Good boy. Right? So I'm looking, I am ready to cover it in my hand if I need to. Because that first time he looked very interested. But as soon as he backs his head up, that's where I'm saying yes, and then I'm treating. Leave it. Yes. Good. Leave it. Yes. Good. If he tries to keep going for it, I can just totally take it away and then offer it again. Leave it. Leave it. Yes. Good. Okay. So I'm never giving him the leave it. I'm not going to give him the thing in my hand. Okay. I'll give it from my other hand. So that's exercise 1. And these will all be in your notes. Okay. Everything I'm working on here, I'm going to email it to you as well. So exercise 2, I'm going to put the treat on the floor and cross it off. We haven't worked on this one quite as much, so we'll see how he does. Leave it. Oh yeah, much harder. Leave it. Let's try that again. Leave it. Yes. Good boy. That one, that needs some work. Leave it. Yes. Good boy. Good. So I'm gonna just kind of move it around him. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Yes, I want him to look up at me at this point. Not just stare at it, you know, and like will it into his mouth. I want him to see it and then go, oh, okay. Good. Last one right here. Leave it. Yes. All right. So that's exercise 2. So that one's good. Like if you sat down on the couch and maybe you had some food next to you, you might go leave it and cross it off. Some of the big dogs, they will come up and their heads are right here. So I might say leave it, right? It's just a visual cue that I can give. All right, so last one I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop the treats from above and block it with my foot. Playing hockey with a treat. Leave it. Yes, so that was very good. This one might mimic if you drop some medicine on the floor, right? Something just fell down on the floor, or you're cooking and food falls down. Leave it. Leave it. All right, good boy, thank you. So that goes back to our responses, right? He's like, maybe I'll try to get it. So I'm not gonna give a treat for that because he definitely would have tried to get it. Leave it. Yes, good boy. Oh, that's so hard. Oh, it's so hard. Yeah, the struggle is real. Leave it. Yes, good boy. Okay. Oh, he's okay. All right.